All right, HBAR, completely resilient throughout this drop. All right, since having FOMC, HBAR has actually held up extremely well compared to a lot of altcoins. Okay, so I'm starting out on the 6 month chart. And the reason why this is important is because of this inefficiency we had here on this time frame. You can see how price dropped back into that inefficiency on this first 6 month candle here, this long bearish candle. We went on to form a swing low inside of this key level and then closed outside of that area bullish. That's really good for higher prices. All right. The thing is, the target for this internal to external setup is all-time high up here at 57 cents. Okay. As of right now, everything is still on track, even with the FOMC nonsense, even with all of the Bitcoin fluctuations and the sell-offs and Bitcoin dominance going higher. We're still holding the pattern from a 6 month perspective. All right. Let's take a look at the 3 month chart. All right. On the 3 month, you can see we just closed our last 3 month candle for the year. I really like this bullish closure. Nothing right now says I'm ready to drop, and I'll show you that why. We had this bearish reasoning for lower prices right here, bearish inefficiency. Price comes into that area and offers fair value right here, and we failed to go lower, right? We could have dropped right from here on this candle in 2023 and went below 3.5 cents. Instead, price comes deeper into the gap and then fails to drop again, meaning there's no real selling going on in here. All right. After that, we get the displacement beyond this gap, bullish close beyond this gap. Love to see that. All right. So the market for HBAR is clearly bullish with no signs of turning around. On the monthly chart, we have a confirmed monthly imbalance here. And I believe this is the one that's going to stay open. All right. So let me just put that in. So I do not see price coming back down here just to go higher, right? That would mean price has to revisit 15 cents just to go back above 39 cents. I don't see that happening based off of the closure we just had for December, right? Now, here's what's interesting. Take a look at where we just opened. We are opening for January basically in the middle of the range of the previous month of December. And if you guys know anything about me, I like to see how candles react to the previous month's or previous week's range, right? Whatever high time frame you're on. So this is unlikely going to be an inside bar. But let's just say it was. Let's say January, let's say we just had all of January do nothing, right? We move up, we move down, we move up, we move down. Let's say we close January here and we end up getting a candle with a range high like this and a range low like this. If you take a look at the lines here, I'm just gonna make them a little thicker. Let's pretend this was a candle, right? Let's say the candle looked like this. We essentially have January as an inside bar to December. That means February is 9 times out of 10, I'm talking 99% chance that it's going to break out in a high or a low in relation to January's range. And this is really important. What I'm saying is eventually price is likely going to get either this low of December or this high of December. Yes, that sounds like common sense, but what I'm really trying to express is price is in a prime position to go after the high of December based off of where we're opening right now. I know it looks 50-50, but usually based off of what happened, I wouldn't say, was it last run when everything went crazy in March? Like altcoins went crazy in March. That's kind of my cutoff time for alt season. I don't see us having a full year, but that's beyond the scope of this video. What I'm saying is I really like the idea of HBAR chewing through this wick and going after previous month's high. Okay. The first level I want to see taken out is the midpoint of this wick, and that is at 33 cents. So just right at 33 cents, I'd like to see price get up there and close and start to build support on that area before going after 40 cents. Okay. Dropping down to the weekly. Here's what could get us up there right now. On the weekly chart, we have already reached into this weekly area of inefficiency, and we did it by just like 1 cent. So the low of this candle is 0.2234 and the low of this candle is 0.233. All right. So we did actually reach in here, but as you can see, the following week didn't really show strength to get back up to 40 cents. Again, there's a lot going on as far as just lower prices across all markets, but this could be turning around quickly. All right. With this new week that we just opened up with, I'm watching the previous week low and the previous week high. Obviously, I want to see price gravitate towards previous week's high, but pay attention if price comes back below the low that actually went into the gap, 0.233. Okay, if we start to fall below 0.233, we could be on our way for a bear case. All right, in the near term, bear case meaning 15 cents. Right. So these lower time frames are helping me get a better idea of which way is more likely. But it's going to start right now with previous week's range. So here and here. I want to see how does price handle going below or above these. It's not just about price attacking the area. I want to see how we handle it. Do we just sweep it, or do we close beyond it? Do we close with strength? That's what I want to see. Okay, so I'm paying attention to those areas. On the daily, I'm just checking to see if there's anything else. On the daily, we did have an internal to external setup to the downside. So we had this bearish area right here. Price reaches into it with 2 candles. Price drops and hits external liquidity down here at 27 cents. And now, based off of what I see right now, we are starting to just slowly melt to 23 cents, but a lot can change, right? A lot can change very quickly. So I'm keeping an eye on HBAR, but on a 6-month horizon, I still see all-time high in the scope. All right. So that is my video for HBAR. As more price develops, I will do a new breakdown. But if you enjoyed this, also check out my video on Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash, as well as Litecoin.